This is ABC Sports International. This week's stories. Roger Federer out at Wimbledon in the quarterfinals. Cristiano Ronaldo leaves Real Madrid for Juventus. Kai Kamara leads Vancouver Whitecaps over Chicago Fire. Filipino-Hawaiian junior weightlifter achieves the American dream. Florida launch fall to Ohio Machine in Major League Lacrosse action. The demands of Olympic weightlifting training, plus how to make an effective golf swing with the expert Roy Brito. Hello everyone, I'm Rod De La Paz, bringing you sports news from around the globe. Let's start with tennis. And then there were four. Defending champion Roger Federer, however, is not among the four men advancing to the semifinals at Wimbledon.
The top-seeded Federer was tested for the first time in the tournament against the hard-serving South African Kevin Anderson. Anderson, seeded 8th, rallied from 2 sets down and a match point in the third set to dethrone the 8-time champion in an epic battle in 4 hours and 13 minutes at Court 1. This was Federer's earliest exit at the All-England club since his second-round loss to Sergei Stakhovsky in 2013. Anderson will face American 9th-seeded John Isner. The American Isner defeated 13th-seeded Milos Raonic of Canada in 4 sets. In the other half of the draw, 2nd-seeded Rafael Nadal triumphed over 5th-seeded Juan Martín del Potro with a thrilling 5-set victory that lasted 4 hours and 48 minutes on center court. A renewed rivalry is set for the second semifinal as the 2-time Wimbledon champion will face a similar opponent, 3-time champion Novak Djokovic. Djokovic beat 24th seed Kei Nishikori of Japan earlier on center court. This is Djokovic's first Grand Slam semifinal in more than 2 years since recovering from multiple injuries. Djokovic leads Nadal in their epic head-to-head series 26-25. The semifinals of Wimbledon is set for Friday.
After 9 years playing for Real Madrid, superstar Cristiano Ronaldo stunned the soccer world by transferring his talents to the Italian soccer club Juventus.
The 33-year-old Portuguese star leaves the storied Spanish club as the all-time leading scorer with 451 career goals and helped them to multiple titles. Ronaldo has also won a record 5 Ballon d'Or awards, which is given to the best player in the world. Only Argentina's Lionel Messi has won the award multiple times. Juventus will pay Real Madrid 100 million euros, which is 117 million US dollars, the second largest transfer fee after Neymar's transfer from Barcelona to Paris Saint-Germain. Fans had this to say about the move.
Il giorno più bello della mia vita, da juventina, col cuore, perché un grande campione è approdato a Torino. Sarà a beneficio della città, sarà a beneficio di tutti i tifosi juventini e viva CR7.
I think it's a good change. It will be very good for Cristiano. I think it's one time in a life that he has to prove his quality, and that he's a very good player. So he won a lot of things in Madrid, so there's not too much to win anymore. So I think it's a good move for him.
Kai Kamara scored 2 goals leading the Vancouver Whitecaps over the Chicago Fire 3-2 in MLS action last Saturday. ABC Canada correspondent Jason Manawis reports. Take a look.
The Vancouver Whitecaps defeated the Chicago Fire 3-2 in an East vs. West matchup that saw 2 clubs in the middle of their conferences trying to pick up points. The Whitecaps were able to keep their composure against the injury-riddled Chicago team, with forward Kai Kamara leading the way with 2 goals.
Whitecaps head coach Carl Robinson credited the team's aggressive energy, in which they were able to set the tone early in the game. Coach Robinson especially gave high praise to returning forward Jordi Reyna, who missed the previous game.
And it's great when you play with a smile on your face. You have the ball, you move the ball, you create chances, you dribble past 2, 3, 4 men like he did at certain times today, and you create those killer passes. And he set the tone in the first 2 minutes, and I thought he was the best player on the field.
Yordi's, I mean, he's a player, and that's what we want from him. I know it's tough here and there, but he's so talented, and when we can get everybody clicking, team's a good team.
Even with the resilient Chicago team able to score 2 goals, the Whitecaps had control for most of the game, remaining poised after the half with a Jordan Much goal. Chicago responded with a goal of their own, but an aggressive Kai Kamara led the charge to put his team up again with his second of the game.
We lost control for just probably 5 minutes or so where they scored, and obviously we went into the half, came in and just told each other that it's our day, it's our game, and we have to go back out there and just control the game, keep passing the ball. We knew when we score another goal, another one's going to follow.
Kamara would not just score the go-ahead goal that would eventually win the game, but he would also enjoy his own personal accolades, moving up to 7th all-time in regular season goals scored in the MLS.
Goals, that means, getting points is all that matters to me right now. Personally, I wish I can score more goals because I've been getting chances. Guys have been creating so much, and I just want to put them in the back of the net. And today, I was in the right place at the right time.
Vancouver midfielder Much also enjoyed his own personal milestone by scoring his first MLS career goal.
Yeah, it's obviously a nice feeling, but the game's done now, and I'll take that one, enjoy it tonight, and then we move on for next week.
For Vancouver, this win pushes them past the Houston Dynamo temporarily for the final Western Conference playoff spot. The Whitecaps will look to carry their momentum next week against a very weak DC United team who is currently last in their conference. They will, however, have to do it without Christian Techera, who will serve his last game in suspension. But with Jordi Reyna back, the Whitecaps will have all the confidence they need. From BC Place in Vancouver, I'm Jason Manawis for EBC Sports. I am 1 with 25.
Thanks, Jason. Up next, Filipino-Hawaiian junior weightlifter achieves the American dream. And the Florida launch fall to defending Major League Lacrosse champions, the Ohio Machine. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is EBC Sports International. Achieving the American dream is a goal that junior weightlifter Alexander Kikoa Reyes has longed for, to represent the United States in world competition. Here's EBC Las Vegas correspondent Amin Santos with the story on the Filipino-Hawaiian American athlete. Take a look.
Following our dreams takes more than just a wish. Hard work, determination, and many hours is just the tip of the iceberg. And more often than not, the battle is against ourselves and what goes on in our minds.
When I got announced as one of the team members, it was rewarding. It was definitely like, I'm definitely moving on as a lifter mentally. So it was a reward. It was a reward for everything that I've been through, and it's amazing. And I'm still kind of feeling every day that I wake up and I see my name, on that Team USA, and definitely makes me hungry more to keep making Team USA and keep moving forward as an Olympic weightlifter. I sacrificed a lot to be in this sport, as in a lot of time, a lot of effort for someone my age. It's not normal to want to give everything you can, all your time, all your effort. Literally, I'm going home, I eat, I sleep, I get ready for the training the next day. It's definitely something I love. I've done that multiple times, and to get injured, it sucks. I'm doing this for a specific goal, and then that roadblock hits you. Do I stop here? I was never raised like that. I was always raised to keep moving. What's going on doesn't last forever, and to keep pushing. Being Filipino-Hawaiian, it means a lot representing Team USA with my culture and my heritage. My mom being Filipino, and my dad being Hawaiian, it's always crazy in the house. They were never well off. They never had a lot of things. But they worked hard, and I'm here today because of them. I have clothes that I got on my back. I got food to eat. I wake up every day knowing that I want to work hard because they're working harder. And I want to show that's what we are and that's what we do, whether that's in the sport of Olympic weightlifting or whether that be in life. They've worked hard their whole life, and they know that I'm not giving up when it's my chance. Mental toughness, you're right, absolutely. Mental toughness is a key Mental toughness is everything. Growing up, I've done many sports. I was never the tallest, I was never the strongest, I was never the biggest, I was never the fastest. But one thing I had was a will to learn, a will to work hard. As it gets time to compete, you have to start to dwindle down all those little aspects of doubt. I'm going out there to compete, to show that, you know, I'm part of Team USA and that I'm somebody. And I've worked hard for this, and I believe I can do it. And that's what anybody who's pursuing their dreams should think, especially if they're in a competitive sport or in a competitive environment. That's what sets people apart from the rest, is everybody can be talented, everybody can be hardworking, but it's those at the end of the day, when it comes to game day, when it comes to that time to show who you're meant to be, you have to believe it 110%.
He's more focused now than he's ever been his entire career. What we've really had to learn is to understand that, you know, the process is really the centerpiece to the whole thing. The goal for him on a daily basis is to learn to be a better lifter, to eat better, to recover better, sleep better. All of those things that put together are what make that high achieving result that he's looking for. That kind of continued day-by-day focus now has gotten him into lifting weights that he's never touched in his entire career before in training. And of course, we're really excited for him to try to unleash those weights, you know, on a big stage like the Junior World Championships. Yeah, I mean, mental toughness is a huge, huge part of it, especially in a really high energy competition scenario like what he's about to go into.
For anybody pursuing your dreams, whether that be in Olympic weightlifting, whether that be in any sport or in life, I know it's easier said than done, and you might have heard it 1,000 times, but you gotta keep moving. Anybody who's successful can tell you they've learned more from learning what not to do rather than to try to figure out what to do and what to do to be perfect at your sport, right? Trust the process and trust your process, whatever you'll be going through.
There's nothing more honorable than representing country and culture on the world stage. And for Cocoa Reyes, it's already within arm's reach. Cocoa is scheduled to lift on July 8th for the 62 kilo weight class. The schedule and time can be found on usaw.com. Reporting from Las Vegas Barbell, I'm Aljamain Santos, your EBC correspondent, and I'm on with 25.
Thanks, Amin. The Florida launch fell 13-11 to the defending Major League Lacrosse champions, the Ohio Machine. EBC Florida correspondent Alyssa Urtula recaps the game from Boca Raton, Florida. Take a look.
The Florida launch was defeated by the reigning Major League Lacrosse champions, the Ohio Machine, Saturday night at the FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida. After beating the Charlotte Hounds at an away game, the launch was sure to keep their win streak going to get redemption against the Ohio Machine. The Machine was on the board first as they scored a goal within the first minute of the game, but the launch quickly answered back with a goal in their next possession. The first half was a close game with the launch's top attacker, Dylan Malloy, scoring 3 goals, tying the game 7-7 at halftime. However, the second half of the game belonged to the Ohio Machine. Despite Malloy scoring the 4th goal of the game, the Machine team captain Stephen Waldeck scored an impressive 2-point buzzer beater at the end of the third, putting Ohio up 10-9. The Machine was able to lock down victory, scoring 4 unanswered goals in the 4th quarter, ending the game 13-11. The launch's head coach, Tom Marino, spoke about how they could improve heading into the bye week.
I think, right now it's about holding ourselves accountable, and, we're not going to be together for 2 weeks. We've got to do the work on our own and be prepared for a big game out in Ohio on a Thursday night.
Even though their postseason hopes seem dim with tonight's loss, the Launch hopes to regain momentum and make a win streak with the next 3 games. Their next game against Ohio is going to be on July 26th in Ohio. I'm Alyssa Urtula reporting from Boca Raton, and I'm 1 with 25.
Coming up, Olympic weightlifting training with Las Vegas coach Billy Bybee, and how to make an effective golf swing with expert Roy Brito. That's next. EBC Sports International will return in a moment. And we're back. This is EBC Sports International. I'm Rod De La Paz. How difficult is Olympic weightlift training? EBC Las Vegas correspondent Amin Santos is back and speaks with Coach Billy Bybee on the demands of the sport. Take a look.
When you hear the word sports, who or what comes to mind? For me, it's basketball and volleyball. Names like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Clay Stanley, or even Alfred Reft. Join us as we speak with the coach of what could be the most rapidly growing sport in the U.S.
You may be thinking where to begin or learn more. Coach Billy gives his suggestion.
You should have a wide range of athletes exhibiting their skills in a gym. So if you see people who move great, they look fit, they look flexible, they're having a great time, and everybody's safe, and they're all different age ranges, that's probably a good sign that you're in a good gym. Yeah, weightlifting gym is really unique. Weightlifting is not an easy sport. It's technically demanding, it's physically demanding, no matter what level you're at and how you're engaging the sport. It is a huge challenge, sometimes the hardest thing that a lot of people have ever done. And that attracts a certain personality type. And what you find is over time, you get this great little mixture of people who have that same personality character trait. They enjoy doing things that are hard. They enjoy a little bit of suffering. They enjoy the mental challenge of trying to better themselves every day. And so you feel a really strong sense of community there because everybody's in it together, and it's always challenging for everybody, no matter how naturally talented you are. So everybody can participate in Olympic weightlifting, whether it's kind of on a hobbyist level, something you do 2 to 3 times a week for general fitness, whether it's something you're interested in for competitive purposes. I think everybody can participate, irrespective of age. Pretty exciting. Everybody has the opportunity to get better and compete and enjoy the sport. So, great question. Yeah, the snatch essentially is taking the bloated barbell all the way overhead in one fluid movement. The snatch is the fastest lift and fastest human movement ever recorded on the planet. Clean and jerk is a 2-part movement, so similar kind of concept, but the bar comes to a rest on the shoulder, which is the clean. Once that's executed, then there's a reset, and then the jerk movement begins overhead. There's some benefits that you would normally expect from a weightlifting type of event like snatch and clean and jerk. Definitely increased strength. Speed is a huge component of Olympic-style weightlifting, which is different than other styles of weightlifting. But some of the surprising ones are mobility and flexibility, and also longevity and joint health. Those are 2 big ones that a lot of people don't think about when they see clanging and banging and diving underneath barbell. But being stronger can be translated to absolutely anything that you want to do. If you want to be a better basketball player, you want to jump higher, you want to cut faster. If you're a baseball player, it doesn't matter. Power, strength, and speed are the core of almost every sport, and that's a universal. So whatever your sport is, a lot of athletes are looking to Olympic-style weightlifting to develop that speed and power aspect, and then the flexibility and mobility we talked about, so they can translate into their sport. So there's a huge amount of benefit for athletes of other sports. So I would encourage everybody to participate in Olympic weightlifting to serve their sport at some level.
Much like all sports, a degree of discipline is required to be competitive. But what makes weightlifting unique is that it can serve as a foundation for other sports. I encourage everyone to step outside the norm and explore different ways to stay healthy. I'm Amin from Vegas, bringing you the latest and greatest, and always 1 with 25.
Thanks, Amin. One of the greatest challenges in learning golf is mastering a perfect swing. Here's EBC Florida correspondent Angelo Corpus in this golf tutorial on how to make an effective golf swing with expert Roy Brito. Take a look.
Hey everyone, we're back at you again with another sports feature. Here in Florida, you can catch gators, theme parks, and beautiful beaches. But did you know that Florida is the golf capital of the world? So I'm here today with experienced golf player Roy Brito, who's going to teach us how to make an effective golf swing. Let's play golf.
First thing, if you want to learn golf, is to seek instructions from the professionals of some golf courses that has a driving range, and they would be able to teach you the right swings, and that way you don't create a bad habit. But the 3 phases of golf are here at the driving range. There's also a pitching area and also the putting area. So here today, I'm going to show you how to hold a club and the stance and also hit the ball. First of all, if your target is to that post there, okay, I want you to line yourself up, okay? So hold this with your your left hand. You're left-handed or right-handed? Right-handed. Right-handed. Okay, so hold that. put your thumb straight to this center, okay? And this one here over like that, okay? Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
Okay, just make sure that's straight. Okay, bend your knees. Okay. All right, so you're gonna start swinging slow like this and keep looking at the ball. Okay, don't turn your head. Just go up like this and then come down slowly and then hit the ball. Okay? Can you do that?
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I'll try.
All right. Okay. You need to keep your head down because when you're getting ahead, you're looking at the ball right away. So, okay. So let's do it again. Slow and up, and then come down. Hit the ball like that. Okay. All right.
One more time.
Hit the ball. Okay. Let's make some adjustments. I want you to tilt this, and your stance is too much, a little bit narrower. Okay, this one here, well, about 30%, that's, you need to, like that, okay? So when you take the club back slowly, and this should be light, you should not grip it. It's like holding a bird and not squeezing it, okay? This one here, yeah, you can squeeze that. So you go up this, like this, turn, come down, like that, okay?
Okay, yes.
All right. Is this slippery? Your hand slippery? No? Here, try it with a glove. Maybe it'll help. This one. Okay.
Does gloves matter?
Some people, most of the golf players use gloves because Florida here especially, you have a sweaty hands, it'll slip and the club will rotate sometimes, and when it rotates you won't hit it square. You gotta hit it square. See how the club is? You already open it, that's why the ball's going that way. You need to close. This is open, this is close, okay? So just like that. So when you hit the ball, it should be square. Okay, there you go. There you go. That's a good sound. You hit it. Different clubs means different yardage. Usually a driver will give you 180 to 210 yards. This 8 iron will give you like 150 yards, or sometimes less. You know, depends on the person. But once you start playing golf, 8 is around 140 to about 155 yards. So if you're hitting 150 from here, you use an 8 iron.
Okay.
See that mark, 150?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the right club to do it. So that's why you use different clubs, because of the loft of the head. It's like a cannon, you know. You hit high, you same stroke, same strength, and it goes up, but it lands shorter. Like a number 4 is almost like this. Number 4 will give you like 190, 180 yards. So the trajectory of the ball will be lower like this. It'll go farther. Okay?
All right. Roy, I appreciate for you taking your time out here and teaching us golf.
You're welcome.
Make sure to tune in for our next sports feature that we might have for you next time. Signing off from Tampa Bay, I'm Angelo Corpuz, and always 1 with 25.
Thanks, Angelo. That's all for EBC Sports International. Tune in next time as we bring you sports news from around the globe. I'm Rod De La Paz, 1 with 25.